Futures trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello and welcome back to Pasture to Pin. I am your host, Michael Todd Rowen, coming to you from my home office. We are excited to bring you yet another episode of market analysis and insights in hopes of helping you manage risk when it comes to your cattle operation. Today, I am joined by fellow teammate and South Florida's very own Mr. Antonio Corona. Antonio, welcome back to the show.
Hey, MT. Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
We are thrilled to have you, my friend. Before we get started, let me timestamp this episode. Today is Tuesday, April 30th at 1:22 in the afternoon. Some odd spring weather has swept across the central U.S. Snow and ice struck parts of Kansas and Colorado over this past weekend, with tornadoes, unfortunately, happening in central Oklahoma. Outside of these weather events, this spring, for the most part, has shaped up to be mild in most of the U.S. Planting progress continues at a fairly rapid clip. Looking ahead to the forecast, Corn Belt planting may slightly be halted as showers are expected throughout most of the Corn Belt in the next 8 to 14 days. On the central and southern plains, choppers are already in the field, getting wheatlage ready, and I can imagine that combines are in the shop to get tuned up in preparation for the winter wheat harvest that is ahead. Over in the futures market, cattle futures have posted a strong recovery since our last episode on the 16th. While prices have pulled back today, August feeders reached a 2-week high of 260.55. On the live cattle side of the board, June live cattle futures have posted a steady recovery as well, with a 2-week high of 178.575. Today, June's contract gapped lower, likely due to some funds rolling, maybe some continued concerns surrounding the avian flu, maybe just a general pullback. But in any regard, June's contract has gapped lower. Corn futures continue to be a source of relief as the sideways trade continues. July corn futures have been range-bound for the past 2 months, with prices not going lower than $4.39 and not getting higher than $4.54. On the cash side of the market, the CME Feeder Cattle Index 7-day average has climbed $4.55 in the past 14 days to a price of $247.18. Sale barn volumes are still signaling tight supply, bringing no new news to our fundamentals. Live cash cattle have traded sideways, getting as high as 187 with limited samples in the north, mainly trading at 186. In the south, cattle are trading at a steady 182. Yesterday's PM cutout release had choice at 297.83 and select at 290.21. While prices have weakened in the past few weeks, we are still close to the $300 mark on the choice side. We have a recent low down around the $295 mark, but the closer to $300 that choice stays, the more comfortable the market seems to be. Let me bring back in my fellow risk management advisor, Antonio Corona. Antonio is going to go through some combined offerings that Everag has to offer. Antonio, take it away, sir.
Thanks, MT. So along with our LRP and our LGM product for our cattle, we also offer a PRF. It's a lack of rainfall insurance that helps our ranchers and fellow cattlemen in those times that we receive less than average rainfall that, affects our green ups in our spring or going into our winter, fall months when we need that moisture to get those winter grasses and grazings to green up. So a lot of our folks use the PRF and LRP hand in hand. Majority of our cow-calf guys are using it together. It complements one another. It doesn't take anything away from each other. It's very flexible, just the same as the LRP. It's customizable to every operation, big, small, and everybody in between. And here at Everag, we know all the ins and outs to really protect yourselves against any risk that we have in the agriculture sector. While LRP and LGM is basically available year-round, throughout our growing season and our calving, everything kind of changes and flows with our cows and cattle. PRF, we have to be finished with it by the end of November. We've got to have everything applied and set up for the following crop year. But at any point in time in the year, if someone is interested in it, we can look into it and kind of see what's the best fit for you through all of our tools and everything that we have. A big tool that we have now is Agency Root. We can go back 75 years historical data and see what rainfall has done on your operation to the exact month and date. And we can really get very technical there. We like to also get some of your own input as the person operating and working on that land, and kind of collaborate together to see what fits you the best. The way we set it up is you can pick 2 months consecutively and no more than 50% coverage in those 2 months. So we can spread it out across the year that we feel are going to be those months that are going to be less than average rainfall for your operation. And at any point in time in the year, you can contact us and we can walk you through all the ins and outs and any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much for that information, Antonio. That is a wrap for this episode of Pasture to Pin. Thank you to all of our viewers for watching this episode. If you have not done it yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click the bell to be notified of future episodes. A big thank you to Paige, who captained the ship again for us today. And another big thank you to the entire Everag Insights team for making this show a reality. Until next time, stay safe and pray for rain.